Now you can seamlessly connect dialogue and ADR cuts with real background movement and textures with the new complex mode in Ambience Match, allowing you to quickly match ambiences never before possible. Ocean, wind, traffic, crowds, and more. To generate ambience, you'll need to capture some first. For the Learning Pass, a sequence of ambience without any dialogue in it will be optimal. But if you aren't able to find ambience only, you can learn the ambience from a sequence of dialogue and then use the tools within the updated Ambience Match interface to sample just the ambience and not the speech. Let me show you what I mean.
So as they get like a little closer and a little closer together, the line kind of blurs between where the permit starts and where it doesn't.
Ambience Match has a helpful spectrogram that reflects your learned noise profile. In static mode, the spectrogram will display what will be rendered after you learn. In complex mode, the spectrogram will display your learned audio and takes into account the ambience threshold setting. Ambience threshold discards dialogue or noises above the ambience threshold when learning for complex ambience profiles, and this is only for complex mode. As we can see in the spectrogram, harmonics are still present from the Learning Pass, and we want to make sure we're synthesizing only ambience when we press render, ignoring speech or other loud sounds in the selection. So let's lower the threshold until we no longer see any harmonics. Perfect. Just to be sure there's no dialogue in the ambience we'll eventually generate, I'll preview only the ambience using the Output Ambience Only feature. Great. We can hear some steady state noise and bird chirps. Now it's time to customize the sound of the ambience that we'll be generating. Let's cover movement. The movement parameter means that higher values will have more variety. Lower values remove distinctive elements for a more uniform sound. The elements that are removed as the movement value is reduced are grayed out in the Ambience Match spectrogram. This is for complex mode only. For example, if we bring the slider to the left, we'll likely omit the bird noises from the generated ambience, which isn't what I want because the birds are a crucial part of the ambience profile. So I'll leave it here to the right, at its highest value. Moving on to randomness. Higher values in this parameter allow the generated ambience to differ more from the learned input and encourage more variation. Lower randomness will try to match the learned input closely and may sound more like copying and pasting. Often, a randomness near the default of 50% will yield the most natural results. Again, for complex mode only. I want the generated ambience to sound similar in movement to the original ambience, so I'm going to leave this parameter all the way at -10. This will make sure that the generated ambience is as close to the learned ambience as possible. Gain trims the level of the generated ambience. Output Ambience Only means that the selected region will be replaced by the generated ambience. When unchecked, the ambience will be mixed in with the selected audio. Once I'm happy with my settings, I'll render out a strip of ambience on a separate track and place it ahead of my dialogue. Let's have a listen to the complex ambience generated by the improved Ambience Match. I can re-render a new strip of ambience as many times as I need. It'll always be a brand new synthesis of ambience based on what it learned and the parameters that I chose.
So as they get like a little closer and a little closer together, the line kind of blurs between where the permit starts and where it doesn't. So as they get like a little closer and a little closer together, the line kind of blurs between where the permit starts and where it doesn't.
Also, we have a number of complex ambience presets in the preset folder if you need a head start generating ambience for your next project. Head to iZotope.com to learn more about RX9 and to get your copy today.